Libra scales. Here's your reading for November 2017. As usual, guys, this is a general reading. So the energies and messages here can either be coming to you or be coming directly from you. All the messages here will not resonate completely with your unique situation, nor are they all meant to. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Go ahead and see the description box to book a private reading for yourself. All right, let's go ahead and bless the decks and we'll get started. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede this reading to provide Libra with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they are meant and or intended to be. Okay, Libra, we're coming into the reading with the Three of Swords here. Okay, let's put it to the side here for now. Okay, Libra, so here's the heart of the matter here. So, in terms of traditional tarot, you have the Nine of Swords here, you have Judgment, Three of Cups, and the Five of Swords. And you come into the reading with the Three of Swords here. So Libra, a lot of communication this month of November. And what I'm initially picking up, Libra, is a little bit of self-sabotage, Libra. But I'm feeling as if you know that the self-sabotage is kind of going on because I feel like you are kind of actively participating in it. But at the same time, I feel like you're maybe making or trying to make the best of the situation, which I don't blame you if you know you're kind of stuck right now or you're kind of forced to be within this situation, given, you know, that we all have different circumstances. So the first card that popped out, Libra, is the Nine of Swords here. And what I also find interesting too is the Nine of Swords here at the top and then the Five of Swords here at the bottom. These two cards, Libra, are very symbolic, or they can speak of a lot of grinding your own gears, worrying about things and ruminating over them, and kind of taking matters into your own hands, which is not the problem. But we can't take matters into our own hands, Libra, if it's not amounting to viability, if it's not amounting to something that has a positive outcome. I'm feeling, Libra, maybe kind of maybe walking away or putting your spirituality kind of on the back burner right now, given we all have different circumstances. But I feel, Libra, as if this is kind of the result of when we do this, when we choose to kind of live in the flesh a little bit, when we choose to put our spirituality, religion, whatever the case may be for you, your higher power, what or who, whatever it is that you confide in, when we put that on the back burner, when we don't keep that at the fore. And I'm feeling as if judgment is here with the Three of Cups, because I feel, Libra, as that this is kind of saying, without flipping over these circumference cards, because I haven't seen all of these circumference cards. We're going super intuitive this month. But initially what I'm picking up is, who is in our circle? Who are we involving ourselves with? Since the Three of Cups is upright, that's what's making me conclude, Libra, or at least come to the understanding heretofore, that you may be slightly maybe unaware of this, but not really at the same time, because I feel as if you are indulging in this circle. Okay, I'm just going to call it like it is, Libra, like this circle of misery in a sense. The Five of Swords, you know, can speak of fighting a battle of one, where There's really no end result with no one there to, I don't want to use the word validate you, but kind of doing things on your own terms and striving for a purpose that has no really meaning to it, or it doesn't improve the situation, or there isn't a positive outcome nor a viable outcome. That's what the Five of Swords represents. It's a very, greedy card in a sense. Nine of Swords, worrying, anxiety, grinding your gears, having to just endure this. But it's these two cards, Libra, it's a choice. And also, Libra, what I'm finding extremely interesting, the synchronicities here are crazy, without even flipping over any of the circumference cards here to get more, understanding in terms of what's going on here, or how it pertains to the heart of the matter here. Judgment, Libra, is the card in tarot in terms of the major arcana. Number 20, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So what's going on, Libra? Are we self-sabotaging? Are we choosing to indulge in this behavior or indulge in this circle of people? That's why I opened up the reading, Libra, with saying, like, kind of, you're aware of this. And why I'm saying that you're aware of this is the Five of Swords here, Libra. Because it would be different if it was something else, or if it was maybe in reverse, or maybe it was another card per se. But when we have the Five of Swords, Libra, this is a card of being very aware, because there's a motive behind it. So when there's a motive behind it, there's acknowledgement of it. And I feel as though what are we fighting for here, Libra? If it's just making you miserable, if the communication is miserable even with yourself, fighting for a battle of one that you're trying to win that has no positive outcome, and then indulging in this with people, like people are involved in this. There's a party situation. And what's also kind of interesting too, Libra, is there's really no cards here in terms of the heart of the matter and how you come into the reading that has to really do with an astrological archetype, like, like a fire sign or air sign or something to that effect. I guess we can say the Nine of Swords up to a certain point is an air sign, which you are. But do you see what I'm saying in terms of this is all being done by you? But then remember, guys, this is a general reading. So, this can either be coming to you, or someone can be treating you like this. It can be coming to you from an outside source. So just apply it, okay? Very interesting, Libra. But there's awareness here. There really is awareness here. And what I'm kind of conflicted about, or kind of not understanding here, is if you're aware of this and you're fighting to stay within this realm, why are we doing this? And then the end result is you having anxiety, sleepless nights, and not worrying about your health, not worrying about how it affects you, choosing to stay within that realm with the Nine of Swords here. Let's see. Page of Pentacles reversed. Strength reversed. You could possibly be dealing with a Leo. The Four of Swords here. And the Nine of Cups reversed. Okay, let's go over here for a second. Libra. Not only are we kind of feeling like we're indulging in this misery and worrying about it and having it constantly be something of worrisome for us. You know, I'm just going to say this self-sabotage just to kind of sum it all up, Libra. And it's diminishing your strength. And you know that it's only causing stagnation, especially with the Page of Pentacles reversed here. I mean, this is the slowest page. And this is the page who doesn't want to understand. This is very stubborn energy, Libra. And this is being someone who's being very slow and coming in on their own time. This is also someone with tunnel vision, not wanting to understand or choosing to not see what's going on around them and how they are bringing this type of offer into their or your environment. This is awareness as well. This is just not wanting to understand how it's affecting the stability or not wanting to understand how the stability can be improved. And the strength isn't even there. But Libra, on the flip side, this here is a lot of strength to continue this going, and especially enduring the Nine of Swords, enduring that misery. That takes a lot of strength, and it also takes a lot of strength to fight a battle of one as well. That's what is a little ironic to me here. I feel as though you feel like you can't continue to move forward, or you feel like this is all that you have right now, or this is what it is for you right now, and you feel like you can't put your best foot forward and maybe get yourself out of this, but yet this takes a lot of strength and a lot of ambition to dwell in it and to even just endure it. That's what's very ironic here, Libra. If we go over here to this side, I mean, Nine of Cups for me, how I interpret it, is not being happy with yourself and not being able to fulfill yourself in terms of your emotion, which kind of solidifies my initial notion of it being self-sabotage. I feel, Libra, like you feel like you deserve this because there are moments of contemplation, there are moments of being with yourself and acknowledging, once again, even solidifying that fact of acknowledging that this is going on, but not coming to a conclusion to kind of fix it or to work at it to improve the situation. And I feel, Libra, like you kind of feel as if you don't deserve the happiness, or you don't deserve better people in your life that are going to transcend you and that are going to be good for you, that you can learn from and that will support you in these types of moments. Kind of like the saying, which I say often and I hold it dear to my heart, great friends and good friends and best friends say bad things to your face and good things behind your back because they're there to support you and they're there to call you on your shit, when it needs to be called on. Of course, there's an appropriate way of going about it and of it being presented to you, of course. But if a friend saw you going through this, they would try and advise you to, or help you come up with a conclusion, or maybe what the root of the problem is, and they would support you through it so you wouldn't feel like you have to fight the battle of one by yourself. And the Nine of Pentacles here is kind of in support. The Nine of Cups reversed here is kind of in support of the Three of Cups upright. Not being happy with yourself, so you feel like you have to gain or achieve happiness through other people, but these other people are causing this as well, or there's an influence for you to be feeling like this, but yet you are continuing to wallow in it and dwell in it. And I believe that that's why Judgment is here. Judgment is also here to also remind you, Libra, that there are other decisions and other choices as to how to go about this. And I believe that Judgment is here as well to let you know, like, to remind you kind of like, what are you doing here? What's the goal? What's the end result? And if it isn't anything that's going to transcend you or that's favorable, why are we continuing to entertain it? Okay, you could maybe be dealing with the Scorpio with the Death card here reversed. Four of Wands reversed, okay? This is not going to go over very well, Libra. This is not going to have a transformation for you. It's going to keep you in stagnation. It's going to keep you in... It's going to keep you kind of running in place. And while you're running in place, Libra, I kind of feel, or kind of, I'm picking up like you're huffing and puffing and you're saying, I'm so exhausted and I'm so tired. But then when people look at you, it's like you're running in place. Like you're not going anywhere fast or going anywhere anytime soon. So not only are you tired, but you're not traveling forward. And you're not solidifying a foundation for yourself to grow upon. You're not even providing or applying or having a foundation for happiness, let alone transformation. Wow, Libra, like what's going on? Once again, I'm going to remind you guys this is a general reading. So this can either be being acted out from you, or this can be coming to you from an outside source. Or maybe someone that you're involved with can be doing this to you, or they can be doing this in your environment and you're kind of being exposed to it. So just apply it, okay? So, Three of Swords, Libra. Okay, this happens. But if this is going on, Libra, and this is how things are being shaped, and there's no transformation, why do we feel heartbroken? That's what's leading me to think, Libra, like you feel like you deserve this treatment. Like you feel like something's gonna come out of it. I'm almost feeling like you think that this is all that you have right now. But if you don't pull yourself out of this situation, how do you expect any type of transformation or any type of forward movement given that you're running in place? Knight of Wands reversed. Yeah. You're not applying proper creativity to your environment. This is someone, you could maybe be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But going back to you guys, this is someone who comes in with, injurious intention. This is someone who creates upheaval, who pushes people's buttons, who comes in and uses their power over other people. But I feel like you're using your power over you, Libra. Or maybe someone's making you feel like this. That could be a possibility as well. But we're choosing to stay in it and feeling like you don't deserve it. And then not feeling like you have the strength to change it. And not wanting to see how you can change it. Or how it's negatively affecting your environment and your life. Bringing me back to the Four of Swords here, like, this is going on. You're quite aware of it, and also going back to the Five of Swords. Because you're continuing the battle. That leads to, look at him. He's bleeding, for crying out loud. There's nothing coming out of it. The Knight of Cups reversed. Sadness coming from it. This is someone who's very manipulative. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio possibly for you if you're dealing with someone with that element, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus, Or even, I don't know, I'm picking up here Mercury as well. So a fire Mercury or a water Mercury sign. And even maybe in those houses, especially the 12th house, the 8th house, and the 4th house. Very manipulative behavior, very coming in, not understanding other people within the environment and how they are negatively affecting other people, and how this, whenever I see the Knight of Cups, it automatically makes me conclude or come to the realization that this is someone who is hurting the most, because it's a learned behavior, it's a taught behavior, it's succumbing to how you were brought up, maybe how you perceive relationships, how you perceive, okay, I'm picking up here, guys, perceiving sacrifice. Because sacrifice is a beautiful thing upon certain instances, but there's supposed to be a positive end result, and there should be a moment of sacrifice, not a complete sacrifice to the point where you're bleeding, like the Five of Swords here, where this is like the end result. Sacrifice should be, you know, curbing your emotions for a greater cause, but it's not to almost the death of you, not to where you're fighting a battle of one where there's no substance behind the conviction of fighting, because that wouldn't be a sacrifice. It's not for a greater cause, it's for a cause of misery. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're following me? The Lover's reversed here. You could be dealing with a Gemini, possibly. But I look at this as, I'm going to go back to the idea, Libra, of maybe stepping away from your spirituality. You know, this is not joining forces of your masculine and feminine side, and also not being able to make a decision. But if we're going to go, or we're going to run with not making a decision, that being, you know, the meaning of the card here in the spread, let's go with that. You are making a decision to dwell in this. That's a not making a decision is making a decision. And if we're going to go with your feminine and masculine side, not bringing it together, that's kind of interesting too, because then we can look at it as this here. This is someone who possesses that fire side, that ambition, that creativity, that not taking no for an answer, that positive person who knows what they want and knows how to go after it when he's upright. And the King of Cups is understanding, knowing that to work with the environment in terms of the emotion, not displacing negative emotions on other people, upright. When they're both in reverse, you know, even though it can be a Knight of Cups, it can be a woman, you know, or a man. But it's funny how I was saying the emotion, which is traditionally known as the feminine, you know, the Knight of Wands, creativity, very masculine, and the Lover's reversed, not combining the two. There's an unhealthy balance, very unhealthy balance. So either way we look at the card in terms of those two ways, which the Lover's reverse can be looked at many different ways, depending upon the reader's intuition, but this is kind of what I'm getting from the reading here, that I feel like these points are solidifying, it's tying in, it's there's a theme here, there's a common denominator here, you know? I mean, Knight of Pentacles reverse, Six of Cups, looking at the past. I mean, yeah, Libra, look. Ten of Wands, carrying the burden. Six of Wands reverse, Libra. Not understanding yourself and other people not understanding you, and you not understanding or knowing what you bring to the table, so therefore feeling like you're not being recognized. Libra, Libra, Libra. What's going on here? Okay, let's pull a Jesus card. Let's see what is going on here. So, come unto me, all that you heavy. I'm sorry. Come unto me, all that you labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. I believe, Libra, like this is kind of going to the spiritual sense. It's not believing in something bigger. It's not trusting in something bigger. I feel like you're stepping away from your spirituality and it's really affecting you, Libra, and you'll never have transformations. And especially, Libra, if you have experienced this, it's different if, you're just awakening to your spiritual path, then this wouldn't be so bad. It means that, you're coming to the realization that you need to surrender. But Libra, if you are aware of this, and and you've been on this path for a while and you're taking a step back, okay, we're human. This happens. But not trusting in it, knowing that you should, and seeing the benefits from it previously or prior to this, holds you that much more accountable. Which leads me to my main point of this self-sabotage, Libra. Interesting. I want to pull the top one here. The Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things. John 14:26. The Comforter, Libra. That who appeases the sick, that who appeases the unawakened, who comforts you, Libra. And you know that your spiritual path and surrendering to Spirit actually comforts you. But you're stepping away from it right now. Okay. I feel like since it's a general reading, I don't want to get too in depth with it, even though a lot of my readings are in depth, but I'm going to leave it at that because I feel as though, since it is general, given the general nature, it's going to apply to you guys differently, to each one of you differently, as it should and as this is supposed to. But think about that, Libra, the Comforter. This isn't comfort. Don't step away from it, Libra. Embrace it and know why you're okay, I'm picking up, Libra. I'm feeling like this is going to show you why you shouldn't step away from it. Your spirituality. And whatever that may be for you, whether that's God, your angels, your guides, your intuition, whatever the case may be for you, who or what you confide in. It's all the same source, Libra. Okay, I was going to leave it at that. I'm being told to pick this card up. My Father gives you the true bread from heaven. John 6:32. This is the bread, Libra, that suffices. This is the bread that feeds you. The bread meaning the word, meaning the comfort food. Even if we go to comfort food, that's going back to home. It's the home, it's the word, it's the belief, it's the trust in Spirit, in God, in your higher self, in your higher being. Eat the bread again, Libra. Don't walk away from the bread. Because it's sitting at your table and it's becoming hard and stale while you're avoiding it and you're stepping away from it. Okay, Libra. I'm going to for sure leave it at that. Go ahead and check the description box if you'd like to book a private reading. You can look more into this, into your own unique situation. And while you're on the site, on the bottom right-hand corner, there is a chat bubble. It's either green or blue. If you see a red dot on top of that chat bubble, that's me just checking in on you, making sure you're finding everything okay, talking about the services, and I would like to provide the best service for you in terms of what I offer, and get you some answers and some guidance. So watch out for that red dot, okay? So check out John 6, Matthew 11, and John 14. There's going to be something in there for you that's going to comfort you. It's all about comfort, Libra, but you have to accept the comfort, you know? You're going to have to see it. And you're going to have to embrace it once again, or embrace it if you're beginning your spiritual path. Okay, Libra, I'll let you go. Yeah, do it for yourself, Libra. You can do this, okay? All right. We'll see you, Libra.